see this. If you're watching on replay, thank you. Appreciate the replay gang coming in, watching it, getting it done. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Check out the description below. Check out MUDFLAP. If you buy your own fuel, I recommend you use the MUDFLAP app. Use my promo code. Get yourself some free fuel. Gets me free fuel. More importantly, save yourself some money. I bought fuel earlier today on MUDFLAP, and that's how I did it. But check out my other YouTube channel over there. What's up, K-Save? I'm actually live now. I don't know if anybody got the notification a minute ago, but YouTube being a little glitch. I say glitch with a G, glitch. Thanks for rolling in, everybody. Everybody hit that thumbs up button on the way in if you could. I was just talking about what's in the description down below. MUDFLAP, check that out. Twitter, I'm on Twitter occasionally. If you do that sort of thing, I try not to give what's that guy Jack Dorsey any more money than he's already got. He's kind of a tool, if you ask me. But that's my opinion. And let's see. Let me offend all the billionaires I can today. Jack Dorsey, suck a fart. Jeff Bezos, get you next day shipping on kissing my butt. Elon Musk, quit manipulating the financial markets, you jackass. And I'm not a big fan of any of those guys, to be honest with you. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I got another channel down in the description. You guys click the link for that. Go over there, check that out. Trying to build a community for healthier truck drivers over there. That's the goal there. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life over there, because I got no room to tell anybody how to do anything, let me tell you. But yeah, we're sitting here in Ohio, enjoying the breeze. Boy, it's a beautiful day out. Got the windows down, got the door open. Yes, David, happy Father's Day, everyone. Thank you for reminding me. Let me see if I hit that like button on my own video. I did hit my own like button. Let's get some comments. Let's see what everybody's doing today. K-Save in the house. What's up, brother? Grafton in the house. Joe Gampa, what's going on a Sunday afternoon? Trucker Beetle Bailey in the house. What's up, Trucker Beetle Bailey? Grafton, freight trucking. You know what it is. Are you back to work yet? Taking all that time off. Man, the rates are good when all these truck drivers are taking vacations. KH in the house. Love you, bro. Love you back, man. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for letting me know you're here. RN in the house. Hello. There goes my neighbor. There goes my neighbor in his pulling flatbed. What's he got? T600. Got a T600. Pulling what appears to be a 53-foot flatbed. I don't know what he had on there. Had it fully tarped. Let's see. David in the house. What's up? Big Dog Trucker 68. What's up, brother Cash? Not much. We're chilling in Ohio, enjoying the breeze. I got the windows down. I got my door open. Just chilling, letting the air come through. It says it's 87 degrees out, but it really don't feel that bad with this breeze. Like, it really don't. I just got done cooking some pork chops, so the truck's a little warm. I'm letting it kind of air out a little bit, but I gotta say, it's really not that bad. We'll let a little air through. Let my cooking stuff cool down up there, and then I'll put that away here in a minute. Doug in the house. Hello from stormy PA. Is it storming over there? Oh man, it's beautiful in Ohio right now. Loving it in Ohio. But yeah, I came down from Chicago down to Indianapolis and across 70 into Ohio, and I gotta tell you, I dodged the storms in Indiana when I first got on the road this morning. I got a little bit of rain, but we got right on down the road, and it dried up. When I say rain, I'm talking like I had to turn the wipers on for maybe 3 or 4 wipes. So, not a bad way to start the day. Got up, and got going before the storms got there. But if you guys are in the storms, as always, be careful. Give yourself some following distance. Like you don't already know that. Like you don't have that sense in you. I was somewhere the other day. Where's that? I was Super Value. And along the fence, they had all these little things, these signs for their drivers. Like, aim high and, don't drive fatigued. And I'm like, like, what a waste. Like, what a waste. Most of the time you don't need to tell truck drivers simple things like that. But I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you do, I don't know. But yeah, happy Father's Day, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good Father's Day. Paul Harris says, happy Baby Daddy Day. Yeah, that's what it is, Baby Daddy Day. Um, the T-Fam Live, happy Father's Day from Terrell, Texas. By the way, my name is South. All right, good deal. Good deal. Freight Dog. You sitting on the Ohio Turnpike? No, sir. I don't do that Ohio Turnpike. As little as I have to. I'm a big US 30 fan. I like to drop down, catch that US 30. Um, but yeah, appreciate you coming in, Freight Dog. Andy in the house. Happy Father's Day. Thanks for coming in, Andy. Appreciate you. Big Dog Trucker says chilling in a hotel in Newman, Georgia, doing a 34 after a 4,300-mile week. Yeah, you put in 4,300 miles. It's time to take a break. Because honestly, you probably can't. You can't have that many hours left. Construction season is upon us. I had myself about a 45-minute delay in Indiana today, coming right out of Indianapolis there. Oh, it got bad. Jerome Jones in the house. What's up, Big Money? Thanks for stopping by, coming in. Everybody smash that like button for me if you could. I got a couple things I want to talk about. Number one is, you know, I put out a video, I don't know, probably been a month or two ago, and I guess Prime is running advertisements or something because everybody's searching for Prime, I guess. Because I put out a video about Prime's training, and, I'm not the greatest YouTuber, but I do know if you put certain terms in that title, it will get views. And Prime training is a good one to put in there because Prime spends millions of dollars getting people to search for Prime training every year. So hey, why not my video pop up, right? So my video was this Prime guy trying to back in at a refrigerated warehouse, and I just said, hey, Prime needs to work on their training, right? And so thank you, K-Save. I appreciate it. Happy Father's Day, boss man. I'll catch you on the replay. All right, K-Save. Be safe out there. Be safe out there. Get that money, son. So anyway, this video I made, it's not, if you watch the video, I'm not making fun of the Prime driver. I'm clearly saying Prime needs to work on their training. Because when I go to the grocery warehouses, the people that have the hardest time backing in is typically Prime. I get it. Prime's a huge company. A lot of trucks, a lot of drivers. They hire new guys. They don't train them very well, in my opinion. That was the point of the video. They don't train them very well, in my opinion. So everybody wants to kind of, all these Prime trainers want to come and tell me, I've been driving truck for 30 something years, and like, I'm like, if it works for you, it works for you. But for me, what I see personally is their training could use some work, and that's just a thought. But boy, I love that video. Gets them riled up. Every one of them. I had a guy yesterday. I've been driving 32 years. And I'm like, I don't care how long you've been driving. Like, if you didn't watch the video, you didn't get the point of the video. So why do I care what you think? Let me see here. Big Dog had 32 minutes left on your 70. Yeah, 4,100 miles is getting it done. Let me tell you. Very good. Very good. Jerry Rock says, I live at that exit in Indiana where the construction is. Oh, man, it's brutal over there. When you come off of 465 on the 70, oh, my God. KH says, why pay 20%? Why not factoring? Question mark. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, KH. You want to elaborate on that? If you're talking about the 20% that I split with my carrier, see, I don't pay them nothing. You got to get your structure right. We're partners. I don't pay them, they don't pay me. We split the revenue 80-20. And the reason I don't get my own authority is because, number one, I've explained this a few times, but I'll go through it for you. Number one, I don't want to be one man, one truck with his own authority. You're out there by yourself. When the spot market takes a dump, you're along for the ride. Here where I'm at, we've got direct customers. We've got, we get a lot of email blasts, and we get freight that one man, one truck don't get, because like the load I got right now, we took all of them. Okay, the shipper had like 8 loads on Friday, and they were trying to get it dealt with. Okay, my company took all 8 of them, and that never hit the load board. That's never going to see a load board. And let me tell you, the load I got right now is 470 a mile. 470 a mile. It's never going to touch a load board. Um, so, and not only that, in that 20%, and I recommend this to you. If you're going to pay a percentage to a company, or if you're going to split revenue with a company, make sure they do something for their cut. Don't just go somewhere because they let you use their DOT number. I pull almost a brand new trailer that's included in their 20%. All maintenance, price of the trailer, insurance on the trailer, it's all comes out of their 20%. Only thing I do as far as trailer is fuel. I do pay for trailer fuel. And there's some companies out there that pay for your trailer fuel for you, so that's a bonus. Mine does not. I pay for my trailer fuel, but there's some benefits to it. When things are good, one man, one truck with his own authority kills it. There will be no one that sees the upside farther to the top. I am limited because there are some times when I take loads because I like the customer. And I can do revolving customer. But for me, I like the structure. I don't have to deal with like when I go home, I don't have to deal with the back office stuff of maintaining an authority. And that's big because that leaves me more time to operate my truck. Now, if you're good at paperwork and you're good at, I'm not bad at paperwork. I don't want to sit there and do it. But if you want to, you can make that 20. Okay. So let's say that 20%. I probably give up 8% just for the trailer and the cost of having a good reefer trailer. So if I have my own authority and I have my own trailer, let's say 5%. Now I'm down to like 15% I'm gaining. All right. So insurances and, the time it takes to maintain an authority, I might lose another 5% just on that. So then I'm gaining 10%. At some point, I don't want to do all that work for 10%. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's a good question, and I don't mean to, be so like a matter of fact with it. Um, it's just I've thought about it a lot, and trust me, when I get a load or when I do a week, like last week, well, not last week, but the last weekly recount, which was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. When I do a week that's $10,700, I mean, that's simple math. Um, I'll do it real quick because I can't do it in my head, but let's see. You know, that's $2,140. Now, if I did that every single week, that'd be $100,000 that the carrier gets to keep of revenue I earn. That's huge. That's huge. So I mean, trust me, there's a lot of times I think about, should I get my own authority? Because I've had my own authority before. Um, so I know kind of what it takes, what it, like I know the deal with having your own authority. Excuse me, I'm full of pork chops. Um, but it's kind of like the give and take of it. I can't just think about from the money because there's more to it than just money. You know, um, little things add up. Like parking the truck. I never have to worry about where I park the truck. Um, I get things worked on while I'm at home. Like it's it's give and take. It's give and take. Could I make more to the bottom line at the end of the year if I had my own authority versus being leased on here? Possibly, possibly not, but possibly. But am I willing to do that extra work? Like with kids and family, and trying to do things outside of trucking to make money. Um, there's a point where I'm just like, yeah, I split it 80-20 with you. Um, that's why I tell people, find a good, local carrier. Would be my recommendation, or at least a good carrier. Um, would be my take on it. Let me see. Uh, Rashid in the house. What's up, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. Says, good afternoon, Cash. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, same to you if you have little ones. Or grown ones. I don't know. Like, I always say little ones, but I mean, like, they could be grown. But let me see here. KH, thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Kelly Patterson in the house. What's up? 18-wheel shelf. I was doing some pork chop cooking back there earlier. Let's see, KH, you are right, bro. Yeah, it's right for my situation, and for everybody has to work their own situation, you know. Um, like DIY. Okay, I know DIY. I talk to him on the phone a lot. I know, how he runs, things. He was one man with one truck and made really good money, and he's also a stickler for knowing, like, all the little detail laws. He knows, like, all the little filing this in this state, filing this in that state, and how to do this and how to do that. And I mean, he's got the mind for it. But, you know, me, I know me. 1 month would go by and I'd forget to file something, and then, bam, you know. So for me, I like the back office being handled. Let's see. Stephen Davis in the house. What's up, Stephen Davis? Happy Father's Day to you too. Paul Harris says 30 isn't bad for the office staff, planners, and more. Yeah, that's another thing too. Included in that 20%, um, is the dispatching. A lot of people want to dispatch their self, and like, it's nice because you do get to pick the load you want, but you also miss out on a lot of loads because, and I'll explain. Like, I look at load boards here. I keep track of everything. But I kind of know where I like to run. And once you're an owner operator for a while, you kind of learn, like, the money of, like, where I want to run and what makes money. Like, if I could go down to Florida and run interstate, on nice flat roads where it's pretty and sunny most days, you know, could do that. Might not make any money, but, so it's kind of like, I kind of know where I want to run, and I relay that to the people in the office, and they look for loads for me. And then, there's loads like the one I have now where, um, it's like they're all good paying loads, so they take all of them, and then, they have to figure out how to move them. That's their office situation. Because like me, I was home on Friday. I delivered in Minnesota Friday morning, and they called me like right after I got empty. I was like going to the yard, and they called me and they was like, "Hey, would you like to do a load?" And I'm like, "Not really," And they said, "Oh, but wait, it's going to New Jersey," and I'm like, "Oh, it better be paying really good," because you called me on Father's Day weekend, going to Jersey, multiple stops. But I mean, hey, when they said the number, I was like, damn, I guess I am. I guess I'm going to Jersey. Um, just how it is. You got. I'm all about making the money while it's available. Because you never know when anything, like, last year, you don't know, like, COVID comes out of the blue, and we're not in a great freight market, but we're in like a sustainable freight market, and then literally within 1 month, like beginning of February to, like, the end of February, the freight market just went, you know. So I make it while I can. I do, but that's a little bit of why I do and why stay here. Um, it's easy for me to get the truck worked on. They got a little shop and they do a few repairs for me on the truck. While I'm at home. Like going home the time before last. I had a leaking airbag on the truck. Instead of stopping at Love's and killing a bunch of time at Love's there in Wisconsin, I just took the truck to the shop, dropped it off, and went home. Come back, new airbag on it. This is how it works. So, like I say, there's give and take. You'll never find the perfect situation. Well, I don't know. Maybe you will. Maybe you will. I've been looking for about 15 years, and this fits me as about as good as I can find. Now, after I get this truck paid off and I get a few things taken care of financially, I may shorten up my runs a little bit. Instead of doing like 2-day runs or 3 or 4-day runs, typically I try to find something within like 1,000 to 1,500 miles out, and then as quick as I can get back to Minnesota, because like this load, so I got unloaded Friday morning. I went and loaded. I got to my this load had 2 pickups, so I went to they were about 15 miles apart. I went to the first pickup, got loaded, went to the second pickup. I had the truck back to the yard by like 4 o'clock, and then I went home. And then I went. I stayed home like most, well, I'm trying to think of what day it was. Went home Friday night, stayed home till Saturday morning, like middle of like 10 a.m. I went and had breakfast with the family and everything, and then went and got in the truck. I left out about 11, 12 o'clock, so I got me like almost a day at the house, on this load built in, and that's why I like to go to Minnesota a lot, because I can make a choice when I get there. Do I want to keep running and go back out, or do I want to, shut it down, stay at home? So, let me get to some comments here. Let's see. RN says, on your own authority, your carrier has the ability to get freight that never hits the load board. That's got to be worth some percentage points. Yeah. And these guys in the office, like, they've got some serious connections. And, could I build that over time? Yes. Do I want to take the time to do that? Probably not. It's just, I've seen the power of what a decent carrier can do, and what you kind of got to deal with sometimes when you're, one man, one truck with his own authority. Now, some people, they got to have that independence. They can't have somebody telling them, oh, you got to do this, oh, you got to do that, because like here where I'm at, we are required to have a forward-facing camera on the truck. It's got to have at least, I think in the contract it says it's got to have 2 hours of memory or something like that. It's got to be transferable, as far as like if something happens, you got to be able to give them the memory card or whatever. I got no problem with that. I've had forward-facing dash cam in every truck I've owned or drove, except for like I don't think UPS, when I did UPS season, I don't think they had cameras, but like Cisco Foods had forward-facing camera. I mean, it's, to me, in this day and age, to not have a forward-facing camera makes no sense. But like stuff like that, a lot of people, hey, I don't want nothing, to do with, so. If you require that level of independence, then being leased on is not going to work for you. For me, but yeah, like you, it does seem to me that if the carrier, has been around a while and they've worked a few connections, and you will get some better paying freight. You will, because like instead of someone having to go take those 8 loads, okay, let's look at Friday, 8 loads coming out of that one place, okay, instead of that having to go and get brokered out one by one, it's just a flat percentage, and I mean, a broker would much rather do that, because they're dealing with one company. They're not dealing with 8 different companies, you know. So there's it's you know, there's some value in it to them too. Let's see. Kelly Patterson's, I heard that. You're making me hungry. Yeah, those pork chops are good. I got a video coming out on my other channel, Trucking with Diabetes. Probably Tuesday. It's coming Tuesday. I like to put videos out on Tuesday on that channel just for the, you know, the algorithm and the you know, in my head, it's easier to remember to get something ready for Tuesday. Um, Jerry rocks in the house. Get your own trailer, pay insurance, etc. No way you will make more than 80-20 split with a good carrier. Yeah, and you know, there's a lot to it. You know, a lot of people don't understand. Like, I mean, I've had my own authority. It is you got to do a lot of research. You got to stay up on stuff. You know, like all these little filings you got to do with everything. It's time. Now, if you're willing to do it, you might be able to make more money. You know, it's like flatbed. I tell people in flatbed, if you are good at flatbed, if you can learn securement and you can get good at it, if you somewhat enjoy it, you'll make more money doing that than you will in most aspects of trucking. But is that extra work worth that extra money to you? You know, like me, I never could get good enough at securement, given I didn't give it a lot of effort or a lot of time. But like I just couldn't get the hang of the like being fast at securement. Now if you're fast at securement, that's money in flatbed, you know, and that's kind of how like the back office stuff is. If you're good at it and you're willing to do it, yeah, you can probably make a little extra money. But you know, depends on what you want to do with your time as well. Um, Nevada Trucking and Trails in the house. What's up, Nevada? How's it going out there? How's life treating you? What's happening? Not much. We're chilling in Ohio today. Very beautiful day. I got the breeze blowing through the truck. Y'all can probably hear the reefer back there running. I got a frozen food load on. I do have it on start and stop. It's a little bit kind of on that level where it's running almost as much as it's not running. So you know, I think this morning I probably should have kicked it on to continuous and just let it run continuous today. I didn't realize it was going to get this hot. I thought it was supposed to be cloudy and rainy all day, but apparently, and I was looking at the wrong area for the weather mount. 41 in the house, 21 likes. Everybody hit that like button for me if you could. Run up the numbers on that like button for me. YouTube does acknowledge that type of stuff. Kelly Patterson says, I got a charcoal wood-fired grill in the side box. Might break it out and do a steak. Yeah, no doubt right there. Do that. I've been thinking about doing some, putting me a little grill on this truck, you know, because I've got, you know, I got my skillet, my hot plate up there. I cook about everything in that. Like today I had, for breakfast, I had ham and eggs. Nothing fancy, like 4 scrambled eggs. And I didn't even have some fancy ham. I just had like some sandwich meat, some of that Oscar Mayer's sandwich meat. And I just chopped it up, you know, shredded it up and threw it in there with the eggs, you know. I like a quick breakfast. You know, some people do better without eating breakfast. I feel like I do a little better if I eat a breakfast. Because if I eat breakfast, I'm more likely to skip lunch. But if I skip breakfast, I seem like I'm hungry all day. So that's one of those things. I've kind of got that figured out a little bit. But had me some ham and eggs for breakfast. Didn't really eat a lunch. I had a piece of cheese and some pistachios for lunch. And then, you know, cooked a couple pork chops. Fried some pork chops for dinner. Gaming Trucker 1, do you miss being a company driver? Not particularly. You know, not really. I mean, I had some good days as company drivers, you know, but for the most part, no. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. I like controlling my own fate a little bit more than a company driver. I don't know. Maybe that's because I've had other businesses outside of trucking. I have other businesses. Well, I have another business outside of trucking right now. So I'm just an entrepreneur. I like the upside that comes with owning a business. You know, um, I just do. I feel like I put in extra effort and I build equity in myself from if nothing else. Um, I like to think, a problem is an opportunity to build confidence. Really, um, it's just how I see it. I like, I don't know. Whenever things go wrong, it's like, yeah, it's a bummer, but if you just calm down, focus, when you get through it, you're like, okay, well, hey, if that problem arises again, it's kind of like antibodies. It's like when you have a little taste of that problem, then you move on, you pick it up, you go on. Um, LTL guy here, okay. Um, but yeah, as far as like LTL, I did like LTL. When I was doing that, I could dig that. I think, honestly, like, I'd like to have a good, profitable 10 years of, I got a couple more years of OTR, doing kind of what I'm doing right now. And then I got to start making some decisions, because my youngest is 2 right now. When he starts school, it's gonna be a challenge. I'd like to be there more. So, like I said, when I pay this truck off and I get a few things handled financially, I'm trying to pay off some debt, do some things like that right now, get in a better financial situation. Um, but once I do that, then like I said, I'm probably going to be home a little bit more. Um, may even look into something like that. But I enjoyed LTL. I really liked it when I was doing the UPS seasonal. But like I say, they didn't keep anybody on there. There was guys in their like 4th or 5th season that just trying to get hired on and just couldn't do it. So I like that, but I don't know. I like the flexibility of what I'm doing now. It's tough. Gaming trucker, kidney stone surgery went fine. Oh man, I'm glad to hear that. Did they blast that joker with a laser beam? Kelly Patterson, basically those extra percentage points represents more headaches. So how many of them do you want to deal with for the extra money? Yeah, you're exactly right, Kelly. It's just like going from being a company driver to an owner operator. Does an owner operator typically make more money? Yes, but you're earning that money. It's not like it's just extra money that an owner operator gets because they're an owner operator. You have to think: are you making extra money? Yeah, but you're owner of a truck. You've invested capital and you're taking risk. You have to do the extra work. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of things I do as an owner operator, I was not as picky on like when I was a company driver. A company driver, tires look like they're over 100 psi. Let's run that bad boy. You know what I mean? This truck, my trucks I own, I'm very very picky on tire pressures, on maintenance, on you know what I mean. It's my asset. I take it a lot more serious than I did as a company driver. Not that I was trying to be, a bad company driver. It's just it's different when it's your money versus someone else's money. So yeah, that's kind of true. Gaming trucker. Worst part was the stint. Oh, in me for 6 days. Holy crap. Um, I think all truck drivers need a forward cam nowadays. Yeah, you do. You do. Um, I was going down the freeway the other day, and my truck has all the stuff on it for the forward, braking mitigation stuff. I don't have it on, but let me tell you, I can see why that's a big deal. Um, I was going down the freeway the other day. Heartland Express was going down. I think it was might have been I-70 or something like that. I'm thinking Indiana, Ohio, maybe. I'm just cruising down 70. I come up on the back of a Heartland truck, and I notice he's going slow, like from really far away. So I start slowing down. I get closer to him. I slow down more. I'm still coming up on him. I slow down to 45. I can't get out because there's just a string of cars on my left lane. I call that getting freight trained, when you get blocked in because there's a string of cars on the left. Couldn't get out, slowed down again. I got a thing on my Keep Trucking that tells me the speed in which, I'm moving. I went back and looked at that. We slowed down to 37 miles an hour. No flashers or nothing on. Heartland just cruising in the right lane at 37 miles an hour. So, you need a forward-facing camera because of stuff, people that drive like that, not watching what they're doing. I went around him, finally got around him, and, he was just sitting there. I don't know if he was, I don't know what he was sitting there just normal, 10 and 2, like 37 mile an hour down the freeway. I'm just like, what are you doing? But, yeah, I mean, stuff like that, today, right before I got to where I'm at now, I had a guy I was probably doing about 66, 67-ish today, come by me like I was sitting still. Royal Transport or something like that. Had like a CR England looking crest almost on it with a lion or something. But probably doing 75, 80 mile an hour, swerving all over the freeway. He was on that inside rumble strip, and then he was over into my lane. I thought he was coming back over, but then he decided, to go. But yeah, people doing stuff like that, and as many cameras as I can get on this thing. Let's see. Joe Gampa, everyone please hit that like button. Yeah, no doubt, 44 in here. No reason we can't have 44 likes, right? Well, except for that one guy that's hate watching. I appreciate you, hate watcher. I love you, hate watcher. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're having a bad day, I love you. Kelly Patterson says, medium-sized company with a good rep has bargaining power, a single person does not. Yeah, when and I know the deal that they were working on all this freight. Like these 8 loads, like the company I work at's not that big. So they were trying to get people back to Minnesota for Friday to pick this up, So I was kind of like, meh. I didn't commit to anything earlier in the week. They kind of threw it out there like, hey, we're gonna have some good paying loads Friday. I was kind of like, hey, it's Father's Day weekend, and hey, I've been out for 10 days, and my routine. I typically 10 to 14 days. I'm going home, but money talks, whatever. Money talks. But yeah, that's the bargaining power they have, because they say, hey, we'll take all 8 of them, and that's worth something. Kelly Patterson says, I will happily pay 20 to 30% of the company, them handle the back office admin. They take care of a lot of things like permits, load hunting, fueling, so on. Leave me to drive. Yeah, it helps you. To me, it helps me run a little bit more profitable of a business. Not having to deal with all that, because I enjoy my time at home. I get to take home time when I do. I don't want to sit around and do paperwork. I pay the IFTA here, but they file it for me. So basically, when I go back, when I get home, I get to the terminal, I turn in my original bills and my fuel receipts, and I give them a copy of any kind of repairs I do to the truck. Because you need to see reasonable, repairs done to a truck, as far as keeping everything up and running. But it takes me about 15 minutes to do all that. I try to do a little bit of it as I go. Keep all my fuel receipts kind of neat and my bills neat and tidy and ready to be turned in. Makes it real simple. I go home, I forget about this damn thing for a day or two. That's worth a couple percent right there. Let's see. Always learning. Hello. Hey, always learning. were you the one in this guy's trucks earlier? Um, Working at Butler? Sounds familiar, but maybe not. Um, Kelly Patterson says, I got cherry wood chips to add some nice flavor to it. Geez Louise, Kelly, you're like, I'm gonna have to figure out how to park next to Kelly one day. Everybody that doesn't know, check out 18 Wheel Chef. 18 Wheel Chef. That's Kelly's other channel where he does all the cooking. So if you want to watch some serious cooking, my cooking videos on the truck are like, here's how you crack an egg, Kelly's is like, here's how you prepare a feast. But yeah, Kelly, drop a link there if you want to. Chili Willie in the house, love that name, Chili Willie, says, happy Father's Day to you, Cash, and all the other mother truckers. Happy grilling. I'm grilling and chilling with chicken skewers and a rubbed tri-tip. Whoo! In hot Morgan Hill, California. Sun, come on. Come on. I'm glad I done ate, man, because y'all making me hungry. Now, is that home? Are you home enjoying all that? Because if you are, salute to that. But if you cooking like that on a truck, you're another one I got to figure out how to park next to. You know what I mean? Nailed It says, happy Father's Day. Thank you, Nailed It. Thanks for stopping by. And again, we would all like to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. It's a good way to be. But let's see here. 40 in the house, 31 likes. Everybody smash it up. Let's see. Kelly Patterson said you should try making some of that bacon gravy I made during the one videos. It's awesome. Yeah, I have to try that one time. You had me at bacon and with gravy. Come on. Big Dog 68 says, I have a grill strapped to the back of the cab and I break it out at least a couple times a week to have a good meal. Yeah. I cooked 2 boneless pork chops. Let me see if I can. 1 pound of boneless pork chops. I got those at the Quick Trip. It was $4.38. You know what I mean? You ain't going to no truck stop getting no food for that, right? Let's see. Chili Willie says, nice Jim drop. A problem is opportunity to build confidence strong. Yeah, no problem. It's funny. I try to tell younger people, you got to have confidence, but it's like you can't just have confidence. You got to overcome some things. It's like sometimes I feel sorry for privileged people. It's like, I mean, I was working on a car one time, and somebody asked me like, well, how did you learn to work on cars? I said, something broke, you had to fix it. You know what I mean? I couldn't afford the tow bill to get it to the shop, much less pay to have it worked on. So it's just it's how you build that. It's how you build that repertoire of things. That's where the confidence comes from. Kelly says, Big Dog Trucker 68 preaching to the choir in this live stream. Yeah, no doubt. Rashid said, would you ever put a driver in your truck? Ooh, that's a tough question. That I've thought about even making a video about that. I've put a lot of thought into that. As of right now, I don't think I would. I've had a lot of, I don't know. Okay, so I used to own a property maintenance business. 1 year, throughout the whole year, we had 77 employees. Now, that was a revolving door on a lot of them came and went. Some of them worked the summer, some of them, because we did a lot of landscaping and stuff, so you have a lot of seasonal employees. But employees are tough. I mean, I think I'm decent at managing people, and, I just try to be honest with them. I just try to, convey what I need done in a simple way. But I don't know. It'd have to be the right person, because for me, um, how do you pay them? You know, that's the key. That's the key to employee drivers, is how to pay them, because you have to be differentiated on some level. Do you pay them a percentage? Do you pay them cent per mile? You know, like, it's tough. It's tough. So I don't know. That's a big I don't know. I can't give you a definitive answer. I would like to have a few trucks with some drivers in them. I'd like to make the revenue off of it, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know, because I don't want to invest too much in trucking, honestly. Um, you know, I like to invest in things outside of trucking. You know, to diversify. You know, but I don't know. I can't say no. I would never have employee truck drivers, because I know the industry pretty well. I know a few things. So maybe one day, but as of right now, I don't see it. Um, you know, because even if I decided to do that, probably what I would do is try to get the newest truck I could. Like, I probably wouldn't even put them in this truck. You know, if I decided to do something like that, I'd probably just go lease a brand new truck. Um, you know, let's see. Me, my truck, and I says, can you make a video or do a live on how to be an owner operator? Like, give us a step-by-step play. Yeah, I probably got some videos along those lines. I've got a playlist, becoming an owner operator. It's got a few videos in it. I've got I got a few videos out there along that line. But yeah, I can talk more about that. Me, my truck, and I says, I'm in trucking school now. Okay, congratulations. It's a good choice, I think. You know, I definitely don't think it's too late to get into trucking. There's going to be, a lot of money to be made, in the next, decade too, in trucking. Um, do you have plans for what you're going to do when you get out of trucking? Do you think you thinking flatbed? You thinking dry van? Got any companies in mind? Big Dog 68, Kelly Patterson says, I can't do the junk food all the time. Yeah, that's me. You know, the better I'm eating, the more I'm learning that the junk food is a big part of why, I felt like I did, because I've been eating a lot better here lately. And then, went home Friday, went out and had Five Guys, and oh man, I felt rough after I ate those French fries and that cheeseburger. I mean, it was like, because eating like the pork chops and stuff like that, the eggs and ham and stuff like that for breakfast. I'm not eating the quantity of food of, like, when you go to fast food, man, they give you a lot of food. I ate that how Five Guys gives you so much fries, and I'm not good with portion control. I eat fast. I eat like I'm in a freaking, Mexican prison over here. I mean, I scarf it down, then I breathe and think about it. So, yeah, portion control is not my strong suit. So, Five Guys, oh man, they hurt me with that. Let's see. The Grumpy Trucker in the house. What's up, Grumpy Trucker? I hope you guys can hear me good. That reefer trailer just running like crazy back there. Grumpy Trucker checking in, boss. Hey, thanks for coming in. I'd like to say happy Father's Day again to all the fathers out there real quick. And 39 in the house, 35 likes. Everybody hit that like button. Kelly Patterson in the house is, your truck is your blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah. You put more into it when you own it, or you're trying to own it. I got a few more payments left on this bad boy. Big Dog Trucker 68. I got a kitchenette set up in the truck with enough food to feed a small army. Yeah, and to me, that's a great way to do it. I've started stocking more like stuff I cook. I got my non-perishables up there, you know, for like the winter time, like, you know, when if it was to get stranded, you know, cans of soup, cans of potatoes, cans of green beans, stuff like that. I got non-perishable up there. I could probably live about I mean, let's break it down. If I had to live on it, there's probably enough up there for about 3 weeks. Um, you know, by that point, hell, I'm walking out. You know, if I'm stranded somewhere, I'm walking out. Um, but you know, like I got 3 dozen eggs. You know, I mean, I try to keep it pretty well stocked. I don't need any temptation to go into the truck stop and do something stupid. You know, I really don't. Nevada Trucking and Trail says Wired YouTube isn't showing you live. It's got a blue light, not red. Wired YouTube. Why YouTube isn't showing you live? Oh, I don't know. Is there something wrong with the setup? Hall and Reefer says, "What's up, Cash? Hope all is good." Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm here in Ohio. Beautiful day. I got the sun in my face. Got my blocker up there, you know, because I'm pale and I don't want to sunburn. Got the sun in my face. I got the wind at my back. I mean, it's literally like a poem, you know. Like I could write a story about the view. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. DIY semi trucking and more with a $10 in the house. What's up, DIY? Just talking about you a minute ago. Speaking of the DIY, and he will appear. Everybody go check out DIY. His channel is blowing up. Go check him out. Go check him out. Like 11,000 subscribers now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everybody go check him out. Let me get back to where I was at here. Let me see. Oh man, I'm way behind. Jeez Louise. RN, why'd you let me get so far behind? Okay, I'm in trucking school. Wonder if Heartland's truck was derating. Yeah, I don't know what he had going on, but if you're doing less than, like, let's say 40 miles an hour in a 70, click those flashers on for us. You know what I mean? Like, I thought maybe he was coming off the shoulder, you know, and that's why he was going, you know, so slow. But like, he never picked up speed, you know. Like, I don't know. I thought maybe, you know, he had smoked too much reefer and he forgot to set the cruise control. You never know what's going on over there to big mega carriers like that. Yeah, Heartland could have been derated, or, you know, I don't know. David Edwards says, "Hey Cash, happy Father's Day." Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. 39 folks in the house, 37 likes. Everybody get it. At Chili, so true. Yes, sir. Everybody click that link there. That's Kelly's other channel, Rotisserie Roast Beef. Yeah, that looked good, Kelly. That was a good one. Shrek Jesus in the house says, nah, that was Life Starts Now. Thank you. Life Starts Now. Okay. Kelly Patterson says, if you're leased onto a company, it's in their best interest to keep your truck up and running. I pay for maintenance, then take it out of your check. Yeah, like, I mean, here, I'm sure they would help you out, you know, if you needed it. But, you know, I try to keep as much of my business separate as I can from their business. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I pay for my own fuel. I don't use their fuel card. I get better discounts on MUDFLAP than I get on their card, so I just rock MUDFLAP. You know, try to pay for everything. They do a few things for me at the shop. Now, if it's a minor repair, a lot of times they'll do it, and, you know, sometimes they bill me, sometimes they don't. You know, but at the same time, like, you know, I turn a lot of miles for them as well, you know, and I try to take care of their stuff, you know. Like, if I notice something wrong with that trailer, I immediately call and say, hey, what's the plan of attack? You know, the trailer's got this, that. I treat their equipment like I treat my equipment, because ultimately it's money. Like, if I let their equipment break down, it hurts me. So, let's see. Chili Willie says, yeah, I'm at home with family, just chilling and grilling. Oh, congratulations on that one. Always learning. Note Butler. I was dump truck driver for years, but been a company regional reefer since COVID outbreak. Okay. Uh, Good deal. Good deal. How you like reefer? Is it your first time in reefer, or did you do it before? Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking about the wrong person. Um, let's see. Me, my truck, and I. Happy Father's Day to all on here. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. Me, my truck, and I. Shrek Jesus says looking for a decent company to start with. Just got my Class A CDL 2 weeks ago. Okay. Um, Todd Kenny says, "Hey bro, what's up? How's it going?" Kelly Patterson, I'm pretty easy to spot. I have a magnetic pic of a yellow lab on driver door. Okay, I'll be looking out for that. Nevada Trucking and Trail says, Shrek Jesus, where are you located? Okay, located in Ohio. Boy, that's a good spot to be right there. A lot of companies around that area. Nevada Trucking and Trail says, check Craigslist, look for an opportunity that says at least 6 months. Just call them and see if they will give you an opportunity. Try to avoid big companies if possible. Yeah, I will say that. Try to stay away from the mega carriers. Um, the who's who of not doing the right thing. um, Let me see. Dang it, I meant. Okay. David says, Shrek, where in Ohio? Caleb Patterson says, I might have an issue making delivery in the morning. Sign on guard shack says your cab will be inspected for pets. No pets allowed. I got a yellow lab. That's going to be an issue. Yeah, that makes no sense. Um, Shrek Jesus, Eastern Ohio, literally right across the river from Wheeling, West Virginia. Okay. Um, RN says, let me interpret for cash. Employees suck. LOL. Yeah. For the most part, it's hard to get a good one. Um, people just. It's not like it used to be. Like it's not like it used to be. Because honestly, like this past year has been so good. I mean, like I could have got another truck, maybe even two more trucks, three more trucks, and put drivers in them. But at the end of the day, do I want to deal with all that headache? Like that's the issue, And do I want to put my name on the line for other people to have a job? See, a lot of employees are good. I'm not going to say they're wrong at all, but a lot of them they don't take into consideration the risk that for someone to create you a job has taken. Like look at these mega carriers. Yeah, they're getting these brand new trucks cheap or cheaper than I can go to a dealership and get it. But God, the risk they're taking just putting someone that's never driven one out on a road in one. You know, um, am I willing to do that? Who knows? David Edwards says, okay, I know a company in Ashland, Ohio called Valley Transport. Okay. Um, what about Hurricane with the 389s lease purchase? You are paying dearly for all those lights. I'll put it to you that way. Um, I'm not a fan of a lease purchase. Buy your truck. If you want to be an owner operator, buy a truck, and not from a carrier. Just buy a truck. Just go get a truck. Like, um, I think if you're getting $1 a mile, you're better off being a good company driver. I honestly think that. Um, let's see, Todd says, got to be 35 years on the website. Oh, wow. I didn't know Hurricane was like that. Shrek Jesus says, I'm open to any opportunity. I've been researching a million companies these past few weeks. Oh, yeah. You're probably inundated with like your head's probably spinning right now. Trucking companies are, like when you Google trucking companies, the first 3 pages are just mega carrier, CR England, CRST, Stevens Transport, PAM Transport, USA Truck, Snyder National, Prime Inc. Like all that. um, yeah, I'm trying to think of a good company to hire you right out of school. I recommend a lot of times. I tell people Halver Lines. out of Superior, Wisconsin. I mean, I've heard really good things about it. I don't know, like the guy that I know that worked there ain't been there in a few years, and things change. You know how that works. Um, I don't know, but check out Halver Lines, Halvor, Halver Lines. Check them out. I don't know. I've never worked there. I used to work at Avery Express. I think Avery Express would be a good company to start with if they'll hire you. Typically, they want you to live somewhere near a terminal. So I don't know if you're close enough to a terminal for them, but um, they got some good things and some bad things. One thing with Averett that I think would be a good starting opportunity, and I wish I would have started there uh, for this thing is, you have the opportunity you can go home every weekend. So given it's like a 34-hour restart at the house, it's not like a full, hey, let's take a long weekend off. But at the same time, you don't get that homesickness, like you would if like with me, I started at USA Truck. I spent my first 4 weeks out on the road. God, I was so homesick by the time I got home. I literally went to truck driving school 3 weeks, went home for like 2 days, got right back on the bus to go to. So I was home for like 2 days of 2 months. Let me tell you, I was homesick when I got home that next time. So that starting with like Averett, Averett's they're over the road, but you can be home every weekend or you can stay out depending on what you want to do. Um, but yeah, I'm not a fan of Hurricane's setup. Um, Caleb Patterson says, RN, some employees suck hard, but others are worth their weight in gold. Um, Precious Lithanium. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's it. You can have a great employees, like our core group of employees with the other business was amazing. Like would handle things, would like protect my interest as well as their interest. But then you get guys that come in there and they literally just phoning it in for a paycheck. They're just trying to get that 40 and go home. And boy, those are tough because they drag the whole operation down. Call Me Cooley in the house. What's up, Call Me Cooley? The world famous YouTuber Call Me Cooley. There, everybody check him out. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for letting me know you stopped by. Appreciate you. Shrek Jesus says, I found a company called Jimsum Express, but it's 6 weeks of training and I won't be home at all during it, which sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, if you want to be home more, that's a little much, 6 weeks of training. Jimsum Express, you talking about the flatbed company? They haul drywall, mostly drywall supplies. Are you going to be doing the flatbed side of that? Just wondered, curious. Um, you know, I don't know much about them. I know I used to pick up at a lot of places they did when I did flatbed. Drywall's not the hardest flatbed loads to do, you know. Um, yeah, Kelly, he just started out. Shrek Jesus just got his CDL. Um, RN says Kelly used to do employment taxes, one of the areas I specialize in. And in my opinion, unless an employee can earn 4 to 5 times their costs, wages, taxes, insurance, etc., it's a pain. Yeah, yeah. If you can't, yeah, that's about the ratio. Because honestly, let's face it, um, you're going to have good ones and you're going to have bad ones. Um, Chili Willie says, "Hear you loud and clear." Okay, good deal. Big Dog Trucker says it's getting harder and harder to find a truck stop with a sit-down restaurant. It's mainly just a fast food anymore. Yeah. Um, what is it? Country Pride are going to Popeyes mostly, and the Iron Skillet's switching over to IHOP a lot. You got Denny's, but for me, Denny's is like borderline fast food. I mean, the quality is so meh in there, and it's expensive, man. I got a glass of milk, okay, and I don't drink a lot of milk, but for some reason I had the hankering for milk one day, so I went into Denny's and I had me a meal. I said, "Can I get a glass of milk with that?" They brought me this tiny little glass, like a juice, like you'd put juice in. 8-ounce glass, maybe 10 ounces at the most. Charged me $3.29 for that little 8-ounce, 10-ounce glass of milk. I drank it. I said, hey, can I get another one of those? You better believe refills ain't free on that. Two little 8 to 10 ounce glasses of milk, maybe a 20-ounce bottle worth of milk. $6 and some change, almost $7. I damn near come unglued in Denny's. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, you charged me twice for this. And they're like, yeah, those aren't free refills on those. And I was like, God almighty, I ain't been back to Denny's since. Oh, that burnt me hard. That burnt me hard on that one. You know, because the meal, like a freaking eggs and ham with a hash brown and a glass of milk, was like $25. I was like, y'all got to be tripping. I could cook that in the truck for like $4. So yeah, don't get me started on the restaurants. Kelly Patterson says Shrek Jesus. Okay, well, 6 weeks of training OTR is pretty normal. Most OTR companies will want you to run at least 4 weeks out to get 4 days off. Yeah, most are like 4-week trainings, 4 to 6 week trainings. DIY Semi in the house. Hey now, what's up, DIY? Jason in the house says, hey Cash, any thoughts or advice on raising kids while you are on the road? Oh, it's rough, man. Get that Google Duo or that FaceTime on Apple. You know, you got to see them. They got to see you. You know, it's the best I can tell you, man. I Google Duo all the time, you know, like talking on the phone with them. You know, you got to be there for them, but you can't. So you got to do the best you can. You know, and when I go home, like that's what I focus on. Like, you know, when I go, that's another reason. Like when I go home, I don't want to sit around and do paperwork, this, that, and the other with having my own authority. When I go home, I want to go home. I want to be home. That's why, like, I was talking to somebody the other day about doing little ticky-tack stuff that you work on the truck. I do it when I'm on the road. Like, you know, um, just like reorganizing stuff, and you know, like I do it when I'm on the road. When I go home, I forget this junk. Um, but yeah, I can't give you too much. Just try to be there for them as much as you can. Kelly Patterson says, for example, I used to stay out 3 months at a time, then take off 7 days, but now I do 6 weeks and 7 off. Yeah, um, I did a couple 5 weeks. Um, you know, I did a couple 5 week stints, but it's just too much for me. Dave Edwards in the house, DIY in the house. Yeah, DIY the man, $10 super chat. Thank you, DIY. Appreciate you. Shrek Jesus says it is what it is. I will do it if I gotta. Well, just know this, and never lose track of this. You have the upper hand. Never, ever, ever let a trucking company think that you need them more than they need you. I told somebody at USA Truck one time, I had a tire. I had a bald tire, okay? I pull into the shop in Ohio up there, and I go in and I said, hey, I need this tire replaced. And the guy comes out, he hits it with his little, tire depth gauge, and it's like 1/16. It's like 3/16 and or whatever the hell, like, I mean, it's like no tread. What is it, 2/32 or something like that you can do? I mean, this thing was slick like a piece of bologna. And I was running up to Canada, down to Tennessee and back. I was on a dedicated run, and I said, hey man, I'm in the snow, it's the middle of winter, it's on my drive axle. I said, I need to get this tire replaced. He comes out there, oh no, it's within spec, blah blah blah. I called the safety department. I said, hey, I'm here at our own shop. I've got a tire that's got no life left on it. And I went back in there and I told the mechanic, I said, hey, I called safety. They're going to call you. They're going to tell you to change that tire. And I said, remember this. As a driver, I make all the money this company makes, the drivers. Not just me, but all of them. I said, this company fires all their mechanics tomorrow, they're still in business. They get rid of all their drivers, they're done tomorrow. Okay? So put that in perspective for them sometimes. So like if that company is not the company, if they don't fit kind of your criteria, now are you going to find the perfect company starting out? Probably not. You're going to have to take some lumps starting out. But don't knuckle under too much. Um, let's see. Shrek says, Cash, where you at in Ohio? I'm over here in kind of central Ohio. I don't like to get too specific on it, you know. Um, I got people that hate, you know. Kelly Patterson says, Shrek Jesus, if your trainer is not sitting side seat while you drive and offering constructive feedback or driving and explaining what they are doing, what and treating like team, you're not being trained. Yeah, that is one thing I would ask. I would say, you know, if you go to a company for training, whenever you're talking to the recruiter, ask them specifically. Say, are we going to run this like a team operation right off the bat? Because if so, I'm not really interested. Because here's how I look at it: when you're coming in as a trainee, you're sacrificing your wages to get trained. Okay, that company's going to pay you less money so they can afford to train you. That's fine. That's the deal we've made. But here's the thing: you're not going to pay me less and run me as a team. If you're going to run me as a team, by God, I want team money. But now, if you're going to train me, we can make agreements that hey, I'm going to do what I got to do to be trained. But yeah, you're not gonna run me as a team and pay me as a trainee. Because I did that with USA Truck, and let me tell you, I missed out on a lot of good training I wish I'd have got. You know, I think for at least like the first 2 weeks, that ought to be the deal. Maybe 3 weeks. And then, you know, if you want to get it a little bit, you know, your trainer wants to sleep while you're driving a little bit, I get it. But like, as far as right out, like, dude, out the gate, I was in a team setup. Like, we were on a dedicated run that did 1,000 miles a day. So basically, I ran 500, trainer ran 500. So right out the gate, we were teaming. Um, Made me a little nervous. I'll be honest with you. You know, he basically said, hop back there and get some rest. And he drove the night. And then when I got the next morning, he's like, all right, it's your turn. Take off. Put us northbound and go. And I was like, I've got maybe 15 hours behind the wheel on the freeway, you know? Like, let's see here. From what I heard, most of the time I'm going to be driving. I don't want to sit in the passenger seat and get no drive time. I'm in it for the experience, not the pay right now. Yeah, I mean, you can learn those sitting in that passenger seat, you know. You know, like if it's a major city, you know, like when they go through a major city, you know, they show you how to do it. It could help. Um, that's ideal, but the reality may be different if they making you drive while they sleep. Ask for a new trainer. Yeah. See, my thing is you know, the pay. If you're gonna run me as a team, pay me as a team. You know, hell with all this training pay. Holland Reefer says making 80K as a local driver home every night, but the schedule sucks. Like I go owner operator, but can't decide to go back and forth some owner operator. I ask, good idea, say not. I'd like more freedom. What do you think? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I mean, my insight would be do what's right for you and yours. But as far as like be the freedom of being an owner operator is big for me. You know, I do work more than a lot of people, but then when I want to take a day off, I have the authority to say I'm taking this day off, that day off, this day off, that day off. It don't, you know, I don't have to build up days. I don't have to do, you know. But there again, you know, there's give and take to all of it. Yeah, freedom isn't free. Exactly. Um, you know, like if I take all that time off, then I got to figure out how to make this insurance, truck payment, you know, all that good stuff. So, I don't know, little give and take on that. Holland Reaper says, with your experience, do you think I could stay around Florida Southeast maybe 1 or 2 nights at a time? I have a newborn and I would like to be close to home. I just don't know if it's possible or not. Yeah, that's. I don't know. That'd be tough. Like certain times of the year, Florida's fine. And certain times of the year, when you get out of Florida, you're going to need to run for a couple, you know, maybe a week to make it worth leaving Florida, you know. Um, you possibly could if you get the right connections, though. Um, you know. Um, yeah, I mean, possibly email me at cashiskingenterprises, cashiskingenterprises at gmail.com. It's in the description. Email me. We can talk more about it. Um, let's see. Always Learning says, yeah, reefer's okay at 23% of load for now. Company is good people trying to save up money like yourself, not doing it forever. Be nice to go home and enjoy beautiful Maine more. Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah. That's everybody go look at DIY's video he put out Friday. Friday, wasn't yesterday. I was thinking yesterday. Friday. Go back and look at it. Trucking Money this past Friday, talking about that. Are you just going to be in a truck forever, or are you doing stuff to get yourself out of the truck? And me, um, yeah, yeah, I want out. Like I want. Actually, I put it to you like this: I don't necessarily want out. I want the opportunity to get out when I want. That's it. Like if I want to leave trucking tomorrow, I can look at it, wave goodbye, never look back. That's what I'm doing with my trucking. I'm trucking so I don't have to truck. Basically, I mean that's one way to look at it. But I got nothing against trucking. It's always done me good for the most part. I mean, I've had a few failures, but it had nothing to do with trucking. It was more to do with the market. I got my own authority in 2009. That didn't work out so well for me. Lost my ass on that situation. But like I said, that wasn't trucking's fault. Wasn't my fault. That was the market. Some people made it through it. I didn't. I was just getting going. I didn't have a foothold, and really didn't have enough experience to go through a market like that at that time. But yeah, definitely, if you live in a beautiful place like Maine, yeah, you want to get there, see it more often. Kelly Patterson says OTR can be really hard on the marriage and such. It caused me to get a divorce because of a long time on the road. We grew apart. If you can take your other half with you for a while, do. Yeah, that helps. That does help. Yeah, it's tough on everybody. Um, RN says before another opportunity opened, I was going to Schneider. They had a ton of dedicated in my area. Yeah, and I will say that these big mega fleets. Um, if you can get in and you can get on a decent dedicated run, it's a good way to get experience. Um, so say you got this goal of you want to do this, but you need 1 or 2 years of experience. Well, if you can get in on a dedicated run with a Schneider, when you fill out a job application, you just put down I work for Schneider. If the next place is OTR, they're going to assume that Schneider was OTR. You know what I mean? Just by the name of the company. Um, Rashid says, Jesus, look at food service. Yeah, if you want to be local and there's a food service near you, I recommend that, man. There's great money in food service if you can do the work. Um, like Sigma or US Foods, yeah. Reinhardt, PFG, uh, all that good stuff. George Wilson in the house. What's up, George Wilson? Says, Wiedemeyer, I guess that's Wiedemeyer Express is hiring experienced flatbed, West Bend, Wisconsin. Steve, yeah, we'll try for them. He has his own channel. Okay, there you go. There you go. Um, I got a squeaky 579 parked next to me over here. Might need a belt on that thing. Might need a belt. Let's see. Kelly Patterson says my current dispatch was OTR 4.5 years. She's cool. Yeah, that helps if your dispatch actually knows what you're going through on a day-to-day. That's rare. That's rare these days. I had a guy one time tell me the only thing I got in common with my dispatcher is we both live on the planet Earth and we both draw a check from Avery. And other than that, we ain't got nothing in common. So, you know what I mean? Let's see, Backwoods. Hey, brother, hope all is well. Hey, thanks for coming in, Backwoods. Appreciate you. We got 42 in the house, 47 likes. Everybody get after that like button for me if you could. Let's get it up to 50 at least. Let's see. Hermes, I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names. Hermes, I think, says regards from Brazil. Wow, I'm international, man. Thanks for coming in. That is awesome. Kelly Patterson says, I broke down the other day and bought a McDonald's Deluxe with fries. Pop cost $12. Yeah, there you go. There you go. What's a McDonald's Deluxe? I ain't been to McDonald's in a minute. Is that the new thing? Yeah, $12. Yeah, no doubt. Fast food is ridiculous. Um, Expensive and ridiculous. Let's see. Let me see what we got here. Hang on a second. Ah, dang it, fat fingers. Oh, the earth is flat. I don't know. Got any science to prove it that, I believe in? Let's see. No, the earth is a pyramid shaped, silly. Yeah, exactly. I always heard the earth was a parallelogram, but who am I? Yeah, the earth is round and stupidity is contagious. Yeah, hey, to each his own. If you believe the earth is flat, then, I don't know. Believe what you want to believe. Would be my thought. I don't care. Let's see. It's octagonal, yeah. Our exhaust is bad to inhale. Yeah, don't inhale exhaust, that's for sure. Big Dog Church 68 says basically you need to know your worth and don't back down. Yeah, I say acknowledge your value. It's kind of, I think it's a better term, acknowledge your value. Let's see. Kelly Patterson says, no, it's not. Okay. Little CO, CO2, SO2, never hurt anybody much. Woo, yeah. Kelly, have you been to Los Angeles lately? Just saying. Is that what's causing all the homeless people, all the smog? Gary Bates in the house. What's up, Gary Bates? Thanks for stopping by. Says, hey, Cash Man, I'm on a I-70 West just into Indiana. Guess what? Just had my starter and alternator replaced. Then, pow, no power, LOL, blew something electrical. Oh, man, Gary, that sucks. That sucks. Man, yeah, that's a bummer. Kelly says, unfortunately, yeah, freedom isn't free, that's for sure. Kelly Patterson says, at our end, the cost is most precious thing a human has, blood. I think the most precious thing you got is time. If you got no time, you got no nothing. I mean, I see what you're saying, but Gary Bates says roadside came out and a wire never connected against the engine. Kapui, how am I supposed to make money? Yeah, that is a bummer, man. You've had a rough go of it, Gary. I hope things get better for you. JH says, what upper Cash? Not much, we chilling. Ooh, we chilling. Trying to get them likes up to 50. If anybody hadn't hit that like button for me, get that like button for me. Let's see, Paul Harris says, Hogan is in Florida. Okay, Hogan is in Florida. Yeah, you can do a lot of different things with Hogan. Hogan's doing car hauling and paying hourly. I didn't know that. Paying like $27 an hour to haul cars over there at Hogan. Free training on how to haul cars too. That could be valuable. Kelly Patterson says Washington does a lot of loads to Florida out of Quincy, Washington area. Dang, that's a run right there from Quincy, Washington to Florida. What is that, like 3,500 miles? RN Kelly, blood and health. I have a few family members who either never made it home or didn't come back the same. Yeah. My dad's war was Korea. He never talked about it at all. Yeah, I'd say a lot of people are like that, man. There ain't nothing to talk about once you've been to war, I would imagine. Yeah, that's a rough one, especially a war like that. Mark M in the house. Hello, everyone. What's up, Mark? How's it going? Let me try with this name. Meese, I don't know. Sorry, I'm horrible with names. Hey, I'm starting to watch you. I like the reefer video you did before. Yeah, that reefer video's got a lot of views. I think it's over 30,000 views now. What's it called? The ugly side of reefer. Just trying to be honest with people, letting them know, a lot of people are rushing into reefer right now because reefer rates are really good, and like last year, like flatbed not so good, dry van meh, certain areas weren't so good. A lot of people come in and got into reefer, or right now are looking into reefer. It's not all sunshine and rainbows over here. I do it, so obviously I think it's okay, but sometimes it cannot be the best. But yeah, that video's doing pretty good. I'm starting to watch you, like your reefer video, very informational. Sorry to mean to spam. No, you're good. You're good. Joe Gamble said, got to run. Good night, everyone. Be safe. Yeah, happy Father's Day, Joe, if you got any kids. Kelly, RN says, Kelly, yeah, it can't be easy for vets needing to talk, but wanting to scare someone else, it's a tough spot. Yeah. Yeah, I think like there's a stigma, I think, with mental health in this country that really needs to be worked on. Like going to the therapist should not be considered like a negative. I think that's why I don't think we need so much gun control in this country as everybody talks about. I don't think we need as much, drug control. Let's stop fighting wars on inanimate objects and start fighting them on another one that I deem fair. the war on mental health. You know what I mean? Like, or the war on unstable mental health, I guess. I don't know how you would word that, but yeah. Let's see. Hermes says, you are international, sir. I wish you my best. Yeah, thank you for making me international, man. I appreciate that. I get my breakdown on my analytics from YouTube, and so I get like Canadian. Most of mine are USA, then Canadian, then a few in the UK, and then a few from Australia. But yeah, I never get South America, so maybe now I can add some Brazil in there. That would be awesome. David says, have a great night. Signing off. Thank you very much. Appreciate everybody coming in. I do. Mark says, money doesn't buy happiness, but it'll get you close. Yeah, exactly. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it facilitates it, ultimately, happiness is up here. I can be happy anywhere, and I can be unhappy anywhere, honestly. Let's see. I was talking about that when I was home last. Like, to me, the money I earn, I like to use it to make the people around me happy. And therefore, if I'm surrounded by happier people, like, and not necessarily just buying shiny things, not trinkets, but like experiences, and having nice things. Island Boy in the house says, sup, Cash, on my way to Hillsboro, Oregon. There you go. Getting out west. Kelly Patterson says, money can happiness depending on what makes you happy, like being debt-free. Yeah, that's one of those things for me. Like, the more debt I pay off, the less stress. And that's an opportunity to be happy when you're not thinking about things like debt. So yeah, totally agree with you, Kelly. Gary Bates says, happy Father's Day to you and the other dads. Thank you, Gary. We appreciate it. Sorry you're having a rough go of it today. Man, it sucks. Feel for you, Gary. Mark M says, reefer is bananas right now. Stack that money. Also, flatbed drivers won't last doing reefer freight. You need to drive without sleep and learn every small intricacies with an e-log, for sure. You'll learn some tricks. I'm thinking about doing a video like flatbed versus reefer, because I've done both, and I don't know, like, there's good in both. Like I was saying earlier in the video, for you guys that was here earlier, if you're good at securement and you can secure loads fast and properly, flatbed is so good money. But if you're like me and you take a long time to climb a ladder and you're not so good at the securement and blah blah blah, I wasted a lot of time that I wasn't getting paid for, basically. Trucking with a Vision says, good to see you, Cash. Please don't throw me out of the chat, I asked a question disagreeing with something you said. How's Reefer Life? Happy Father's Day. Something you said like TGT did. TGT. This guy trucks. Good to see you. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was. Trucking with a Vision. Nah, you're cool. I mean, we can agree to disagree sometimes. You know, that's a big part of it. Reefer Life is doing me good right now, and happy Father's Day to everybody out there that's a father. Let's see. Mark M says do a comparison. That'll be fun. Yeah. I think flatbed and reefer. I think a lot of guys go to those two just because they get, they don't want to do drive-in. So it's like that's your first two options. Let's see. Gus in the house. Gus, hit that thumbs up. I appreciate you, Gus. I think I'm about ready to hop off here if nobody's got nothing else really going on or want to say. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. 53 likes. We got it over 50. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate the super chats. DIY with the $10 super chat. I appreciate that very much. K-Save with $5. Kelly Patterson says, me, flatbed, no thanks. The damn tarps way more than I do. Yeah, those tarps can be a beast. But, yeah, thanks everybody coming in. K-Save in the house. Kelly Patterson, Stephen Davis, RN, Nevada, Trucking and Trails. Thanks all you guys. Gaming Trucker #1, nailed it in the house. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys coming in. All my moderators, thanks for moderating. Good luck, Shrek Jesus. I hope everything works out for you. Be sure to come back in the lives. We'll try to help as much as we can on your trucking journey. Hall and Reefer, thanks for coming in. Always learning. George Wilson, you guys are the best. Backwoods, thanks for coming in. Thanks, everybody. I'm out of here. Take care of each other.